INI is here and INI is ready. Good afternoon. All right.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. All right. So, going to get today's oof right away. I want to start with a few exam questions that I want to ask. I'm going to be projecting a PowerPoint on my screen. Are expected to provide your answers. And right after that, I am going to get into today's intended lesson for teaching. What's going on here? Slide. No. All right, so here we go. All right, so first question up on the screen. Go ahead and give me your answers. Please read and tell me what the answer would be. All right, any answer? Any answer?
Cloud storage is easily accessible, meaning that you can use it anywhere, and limitation would be it has limited control over data management.
Good, good. Any other thought? There are others.
There,
There are other limitations, other benefits. Yes, here. Go ahead.
there is the dependency on the internet,
Good.
and that's the limitation. And then for the benefit, you have automatic backups.
Fabulous. Those are two wonderful responses. All right. And I did put those on for me. All right. But yeah, good answers. All right. Let's go on to the next one. Yeah, go ahead and think about what devices would we need for each of those scenarios.
Sir, would one be biometric?
Number one, biometric to allow employees to register their attendance with the use of fingerprint. Yeah, but specific, do you know which specific? Because you have high scanner, iris scanner, you have other types of, I think this one requires a specific one. But yes, biometrics. I think they would accept biometrics, but let's be a bit more specific. Any other thought? What specific one? Look at the
Sir,
fingerprint. Mhm. Keyword right here. Keyword, fingerprint scanner slash reader. All right. Again, yes, biometrics, but in this case, they have specifically pointed to fingerprint. So I would go for specificity. Okay, good. Let's go for number two.
A speaker? Because
Speaker would give me sound. Would I not need any other device if I'm going to announce?
a microphone.
Yeah. So yeah, I know they say one mark here, but I read that two times and I thought to myself, if I have a microphone, people won't hear. And if I have a speaker, well, speaker is no good without a microphone. So I don't think it's a very great question. So if I'm in the exam and I'm a student doing the exam, I'm going to go for all two because yeah, I think the question is short. All right, let's go for number three.
A barcode reader.
Yeah, definitely. So reader or scanner works. Okay, next, to allow customer care personnel to input information.
Sir, a touch screen.
touch screen. Yeah, we could work with that. Any other?
Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon, Colton. Any other that you think could work? Look at it to input information. So we have touch screen. What else could work? Mhm. Nobody else? Guys, come on. I need attempts. See, I tell my students it is better to try and fail than to fail to try. You know what I mean? Two different things. One you learn from,
Yep.
one you didn't learn anything.
A keyboard.
Definitely, that's what I'm expecting. So keyboard, touch screen, yeah, that could work. All right, nice, good. Let's go for this other question here. And this is this year's paper, by the way. This is the most recent exam paper. So see how we'll be doing.
So data is raw information. Sorry, data is raw and it is what we enter into the computer, while information is the results after the data is processed.
So process data. Yeah? Right, right, right. So not just what we enter into computer, because if I write something on a piece of paper that makes no sense, that's still data. So people used to collect data on paper. That's why I used to have forms that you used to fill out if you are going to join a school. Yeah, now you do it online, but before you'd have to get a form and you'd fill in bits of data about yourself, your name, your last name, your date of birth, all of that put together in an organized way becomes information. So I like to make it a little bit more detailed, of course. So data is raw facts or unprocessed information. Important thing here is that it has no meaning. And so by itself, it's actually useless. We can't just use it for decision making, so to speak. Information, on the other hand, as mentioned, is more processed. It is processed data. It has meaning, it has context, and can be used for decision making. So yeah, we could also say it is organized data, right? Nice. So that's what 2 marks look like, okay? All right, let's go for database. Complete the following table by inserting the correct data type that relates to each field name.
The customer name would be short text.
All right, so short text.
Date and time.
Date/time.
Currency.
Yeah, I should have gone for currency. I'm changing my answer. Yeah, it's currency. Yeah, cost.
And the address would be long text.
Long text. Yeah, good. All right, so we changed the answer from decimal. I think our currency works better there. It's thinking programming in my brain. All right, cool. I think they would still accept decimal anyways. But anyways, yeah. All right, state the name of an appropriate field that can be used as a primary key for the database table and give one reason for your answer. I'm going to go back to the table. Is there any field in there that could be used for a primary key? Why?
The address, sir.
Address?
Yes, sir, because no one has the same address.
But what if we live in the same house? Don't we have the same address?
Yes, sir.
So looks like we have a problem right there.
Yes, sir. Well, some customers can have the same name as well.
Exactly. So we are ruling out. So that's why you're making a very good argument to say, hey, we can't use customer name. People can have the same name. We can't use address because two people can live at the same address. Anything else? What about data visit? Two of
No,
us
sir,
can visit the same time.
Yeah.
And what if we bought the same ticket? Same price?
Yes, sir.
So none of those can be used. So if
Can
I'm
be
answering this,
primary.
so if I'm answering the question, I'm going to make it clear that none of these can can be used for all of the reasons that we just discussed. But then is there something I could now suggest to demonstrate my intelligence? Could we make up a field that we could recommend?
Can put ID
Yeah, ID,
or
exactly.
ticket ID, like. Mhm.
I don't think ticket ID
No,
the table is about customer. So it should be about customer. I go for customer ID. But before you write all of this that is on my screen, you would need to explain all the things that we just argued out. So because primary key need to be unique, none of the field that was mentioned in the table could be used. However, the person could insert an extra field called customer ID in which each customer would be given unique identification. All right, fair enough. All right. Any question there? And yeah, cool. All right, let's move to the next one. Provide data for one record in the database table. Include the proposed primary key. So see, that is why you have to read their full question. See how when you get down here, they are suggesting, they're giving a hint that you would have to propose the ID. So give us one record. What would be one record? Let me go back to the table. A record is an entire row of data, guys. So you are to make this up. So starting with customer ID, what would be that? What would be your customer ID?
sir, name or ID?
So you'd have to start. They did say you must include your proposed primary key. So I would start with the proposed ID.
Okay, so
Come no man, make up an ID number, no man.
1001.
100. Okay, cool. Thank you. Now go to name. Because you now need to give the customer name. Give me a name now.
John
Jackson,
Good. And then give it the date of visit now.
January 4th, 2016.
And give us the ticket cost.
$500.
1,500.
And the address.
5 Dairy Lane.
Good. So something like that. So what they are checking here is to see understanding. All right. So that is what mine will look like if I was doing this thing here. All right. Cool. All right. Nice. Let's move to this one. State two objects that can be used to manipulate the data in a table. What that simple means is that what two objects can you, well, there are 4 objects in database anyways. So, but what tool will you use to manipulate the data in tables? In database, sorry.
And use the ID, sir.
Tables.
Tables 1. What are you talking about ID? I'm gonna throw you out the class.
What is this?
Queries.
Tables,
Oh.
yeah, queries. Any other? We haven't one of them that we haven't done yet.
Database management tools.
Nope. So remember now we have the database management system is really the software that is used to manage the database. The database that you create and save, that is the database. The objects inside of that database, like the tables and the queries, those are the objects. What other 2 objects we didn't mention? Come on, guys. One start with F and one start with R.
Sir, relationships.
Filters.
Nope. All wrong. Like, you can write it down somewhere. Forms and reports. All right. So they could phrase this question slightly different and ask which one would you use to enter data into the table. That would well, let me not say query, because there are queries called update queries, but you definitely be looking for it to enter forms or enter tables as the answer. So make sure that you note that somewhere in your revision information. All right, let's go for this one on top here. So they want to write one complete record from this table. What would that be? Give me an example. Why is the class silent? We just did something like this.
Sir, the row with student number MP1234.
So you need to write the whole thing. So what would we notice? They said one complete record, so you need to tell me the entire row.
Sir, student number, student ID number, student name, date of birth,
Nope, 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 nope. That's the field name. That's the
Sir.
field name.
MP1234 Marsha Prendergast, March 10, 2013, Mathematics Club.
Yeah, thank you. So please write down somewhere. When we're talking about record, we're talking about an entire row of data or data that is related to an individual or a single entity within that particular table itself. All right, so good. So any of these could have been the answer as long as you complete the entire row. Now, you do not need to write student ID, you don't need to write student name, just write the entire. So you don't say write one complete record for the table. Right, so that's just the record. Capiche? All right, let's move to another. Name 3 formatting features used in the table. Uh-oh. Tell me 3 things where you can use a format. Format means to change the looks. Talk to me.
Sir, can you go back up to the table?
Oh, nice. Very, very good question. Very good suggestion right there. Oh no, what's going on here? Back. Yeah, look at the table. Change the looks of the table. What do we know?
We could use the dates, month, day, year.
Let me hear what I say format. Format mean? Format means look.
Sir,
presentation.
still alignments.
So there's underline. What else?
Borders, sir.
Centered.
There's no border. Who's saying border? That's a database. It's gonna have tables. Holton, don't listen. Why are you moving like Florian Wirtz? There's no border. It's a table. What else do we notice? Come on, guys. Look at the top. Look at the top.
The headings are centered.
Headings are centered. That could be one. Anything else?
Italics.
Italics, good. Anything else? Still more.
Bold format.
Bold, right. That's what you expect. So format has to do with presentation, how something looks, all right? So definitely there is bold. You can see the headings are bold. There are also italics, or they have been italicized. Of course, there is underline here, and there is center. When I them all center, I don't know if me center. I'm not think them center. Them look left aligned to me. Look at this. Oh, up here, so right, the heading. So guys, when you write the answer, you have to specify, all right? So don't just say center, because maybe the persons who are marking them might say, yo, you're wrong, you know. See, up here looks center. That's good. So headings are centered, I would say. But if you notice, these are left aligned. See, they are leaning on the left, leaning on the left, leaning on the left, leaning on the left. They are left aligned. So you could also use that the regular fields are left aligned, right? While the headings are centered, they are bold and they're italicized. The IDs are underlined. All right, good, nice. Let's move on. Let's go to Jonathan. Come on, guys, come on. What's going on? Where's my class? Don't believe this.
Sir, for the posters, could it be inkjet?
Why?
Because it prints things fast and in high quality.
And used for another important reason, graphics, pictures, yeah? So yes, I would go for that one. So is it impact or is it non-impact? Oh, by the way, looks like they want us to give an impact printer. Oh no, no, that they want us to name the printer and the type. So yeah, billboard. You're saying, yeah, this one printer would be, yeah. So this one would be inkjet, and this one would be non-impact. Okay, what about billboard?
Sir, could it also be inkjets? Considering that.
Inkjet. What's a billboard? Let's see.
Sir, it's like graphics. It's like a poster.
Yeah. Yeah. May I reason it out, sir? May I reason it? But may I think, sir, because it got so large and inkjet small. What do you think? Think more that big old something there where you go put up on the roadside so that people can see. Think inkjet are too small. Do you agree? So me kind of think
Yes, sir.
one plot how that works still. That's my thought. I'd probably go for a platter, right? And a platter is non-impact. And my only reason for not going for the inkjet, I just think inkjet is too small to perform such a big task, realistically. Okay, go ahead for this one, please. Ooh, yeah. They love to give questions like these. Read up and tell me what is the speed of the processor. You gotta give me evidence.
Sir,
Guys,
it
hurry
would
up.
be
Night
one
a
point.
come. Night a come, hurry up.
Sir, so it would be 1.20 gigahertz.
1.20 gigahertz. Where you see that?
At the top, sir.
Intel, yeah, you're actually right. Yeah, 1.2. So remember, hertz is what we measure speed in. So it'll be 1.20 gigahertz, which just means a billion hertz. All right, cool. So that's correct. All right. I'll give some more trouble. What is the name of the processor? The type of processor?
So it's DDR4, sir.
Nope.
No? Oh.
Is it the
Oh,
1066 megahertz?
Listen to the question
it's sir,
before we get trouble.
Intel Celeron, sir.
Thank you. I said the name of the processor, not the speed of none. No, listen to the question. All right, so Intel Celeron N6210. So if they ask you for the name of the processor, this is this here, okay? This is the speed right here. All right, the cache of the little part in it where temporary store, so it have 1.5 megabyte in terms of fast storage accessible. Yo, this me want one processor like this. All right, nice. Now let me ask you, what is the RAM or the size of RAM?
8 gigabytes, sir. No, wait,
I'm going to slap you, young man. You are
wait,
right.
sir. Yeah, that's why I said wait, sir.
Why
Wait,
am I waiting? You
wait.
are right. See it's your DDR, which I think means dynamic. What is it again? Dynamic something on the RAM, right? So this is the RAM right here. And the RAM actually have 8 gigabytes in terms of size. So byte always refer to size, all right, when we speak about these things. Okay, what about, let's skip around. Now, lazy. Let's get, what is the size of the screen? Size of the screen,
20 inches, sir.
20 inches. Good. All right. And you could also say 1366 times 760, which is normal laptop size. Okay. All right. What operating system is on it?
SATA, sir.
You're going to get a slap again.
Microsoft.
Microsoft
Microsoft
Windows. That's slap. All right. Let's go answer the rest of the people in question. This wanted to name an output device on there. So let's go back. Output. What's the output device that is on here?
The
LED display.
LED display.
This is I don't want to slap you, man. Jesus, please, Jamaica forget belt and gonna beaten again, man. These are beaten. You really depend your account. Tell me what listen what me say, output device.
Sir,
Or something where you can't touch. If you not tell me printer enough, go show me the word printer on this. What is going on here? This is outrageous. You know what is funny? I ask you one question before this, and the people them now make 2 and 2. What's going on?
Sir, Intel HD.
Output device. Make you can see or hear.
the monitor.
Of course. You don't want some beating. See it right here, so. Not the way, not the screen that or the monitor. I can't believe this. Which one of the parents we can call and bribe for people? What is this size of the hard drive again? What is the size of the hard drive again? Hello? Say. Who didn't like class? Can't believe it.
I
This is
don't feel like answering anymore, sir.
again.
Don't feel like answering anymore.
May I go call an appearance and go slap on the skin. So usually the specifications for device, this is important. They could ask you why do we need to know the hardware specification? It helps us to make decision on whether we want to buy the device or not. Number one, because it's almost like looking at the features. This is why you need to be able to read this. So the first line is always about the processor. Okay. Then this part here is going to be about the RAM. All about that is the RAM. This is going to be the graphics card. And right there so is a hard drive. Hence why it is SATA, RPM. So the size of this thing is 1 terabyte. Yes, 1 terabyte. The speed of the hard drive is 5,400 rams per, I think call it something like minute or something like that. Yeah. Right. So this is the speed of the hard drive. This is the size of the hard drive. Hard drive is usually the biggest one, right? The largest size there. Hard drive is much bigger than RAM. Okay, so we need to pay attention to that. Then they're going to give you information about the resolution, the screen, everything here. That's what this is. Okay. Then they're going to tell you how much USB port is on the device. So we have to be able to read this. And then they're going to tell us what operating system is there. And they'll tell us whether that is a 64-bit or a 32-bit. Most modern devices are 64-bit because you want to be able to handle, you know, greater work, so to be. You want to come to be much more efficient. Any question? All right, I want to hurry up and move on. Let's move to this one quickly, please.
So the general purpose is just the used for like anything, and the special purpose is made for a special like reason.
All right, but I want to say more than that tonight, though, but that's a general idea. You see, me go call certain people name we start with Jane and see me can find them mother, bribe them mother to beat them. All right, so general purpose, as you mentioned, these are softwares that are built that can be used to do any task. So you consider Microsoft Word a general purpose for reasons like I can choose to use it to write a letter. I can choose to use it to design a poster. I can choose to use it to create a ticket. I can choose to use it to prepare a lawyer's document or a official document. So I am using it for the purpose I intend. So that is what you would call um, general purpose. In terms of special purpose means that this software is designed for a specific reason. This is what it is used for. Right? So WhatsApp is designed to make phone call and send text message. So in a sense, it is specific. No, it is not to be confused with customized. Customized mean something has been tailored. So whether you bought something that was general, but you adjust it to meet your specific need. And it should not be confused with customized. Customized mean the thing is tailor-made from beginning. Me turn up, I'm look for the software developer, and I say, you know, so me want one app where I go beat the Android every time she don't answer on time. Me want the app to beat her. So them sit down and they write one app where every time when the Android don't answer the question, the app slap her. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, that is customized. All right, good. Okay, let's, oh, and I just went into explaining those two right here. So again, them love ask you these two questions here because them know the two words look alike. Custom written, meaning it make from scratch. So me turn up, I ask the person specifically for what I want, and they design the software for that purpose only. Customized means that something already exists, but you know what, I gotta do some fix up on it. Think about some of them car that people buy and them feel like the engine not loud enough. So them decide to put in a bigger engine in it. That's kind of like what customized is. There was a car before, but you decide to modify it for your need and preferences. Customer means we turn up at the dealer and say, look here, this is exactly what I want it to do. This is what I would love to be done. And that is it. Okay. And them say you must give an example. So even if you can't think of a software off of the bat, make up one software and talk, say, John did have a software when he buck, but he never like when it buck, you know, he prefer when it kick. So him tweak it, you know. The point of the matter is they want to demonstrate that you understand what's going on. Anyways, I'm going to stop here because, you know, you all need to be studying from now. You should be revising and taking time to go through the question. Oh, Deandra did actually say platter. She think platter. I never see that. Good. I agree. Things are platter. That's my strongest thinking. Anyways, can I ask my lovely people to go into my class 7.1 and download lesson 5? We are going to be moving on in algorithm. Now, I have given you time off from Thursday plus from all of last week, Saturday. They're going to turn in some work so we can actually do it. Actually, one person, Regine, who is not even here, who turn in the work. So I'm going to take it that everybody bright and they don't need my help. So I'm going to move on to the next level. All right? Good. You have to be responsible, young people. And right now, we're not be responsible. So I'm going to leave them alone. All right, moving on. All right, so I want to download lesson 5 today. My goal is to quickly brush off about 3 of the activities with you, and then me jump into some of lesson 6. So download both of them, and then me gonna leave the rest of both activities for you to complete. Let's see if you complete it this time. I don't know. I have faith in you.
Who knows, sir? Who knows?
Me, I walk on through a word today. Right? Me, I walk on through a word. So all who don't want me to throw a word, do my work. So when I come to class, I not talk about the people in front of the West. I mean, yeah, right. People in front of York Castle. I don't know. Even though they didn't get time off on Thursday, do no work. Like them not like progress. Them like they like hang back.
I didn't necessarily have time off on Thursday because I had physics class. So yeah, and it went rather late.
Trust me, I could have wait from this morning. It was that
Sir,
easy.
I had another class
We had English this morning, sir.
this morning.
Could I wake up
You were
from
in
5
English?
o'clock?
Which is true.
You could have wake up from 5 o'clock. I wake up and go gym with my daughter.
Sir, I'm not going to
Sir,
wake
that's
up at
you. That's you,
That's
sir.
you, though.
That's you.
Sir, I have been up from 4 o'clock trying to do work.
That's you, Ashani.
That's you.
That's you.
Which
And I
work?
say, obviously,
I don't even know what these people are talking about.
Sir, that's you.
You people have been fighting my channel. You have gone to school and you not even tell one of your classmates to subscribe to my channel.
Sir,
I have, sir.
I did.
Me not say one subscriber. Batman is large.
Sure, sir. That's a lie.
Listen, the bad man has stained me. Jesus. God. That's why I'm not wear white today. No, be careful from stain me up with a bad mind. All right? Good. So, I want to talk today about loops. And because me know well lazy, when I come here, I can complain, notes for the lesson phone already. So now so I reduce the typing and I do more of the explaining. So let's see if this will work for me. I mean, I believe laziness. Laziness, when you're lazy, you're just lazy. Now going to help no matter what. All right, so let's talk about loops. All right, so loop is the third type of program construct. Again, we talk about program construct, we talk about the layout of the program, we are talking about how the program is going to be executed by the compiler. Now, previously, we looked at sequence, and we said that the instruction is executed in order, line by line, one after the other. Okay, so that would mean first come, first serve. That's the idea of a sequence construct. Then we went into talking about selection. I also told you selection is also called condition branching, right? Because it will take a path based on a condition. So if a condition is true, something will happen. And if it is false, something else will happen. It is like decision making. That's what I should have did practice, but my lazy people are not doing. So now move on to the third one. Now the third one is what we call loop. Now the fancy word for it is iteration. All right. So we want to use both of them so that when we not do the work and answer the question on the sound well bright. Now, as I place on here that there are times when a program needs to repeat certain steps a certain number of times or until a condition has been met. And of course, this is what we call iteration. All right. Another name for iteration is looping or repeating. All right. Very important. Now, again, what is the purpose of iteration? I know I say it already, but I'm going to reiterate. It enables the programmer, Uno, to greatly simplify a program. Because let's say, for instance, I needed to write a program that says, hello, John Brown, 50 times. Let me use an example. Let's go to Trinket. Trinket! I'm over here. Let's go on to Trinket. People are going to fight against me. Can't believe I know we can't get a subscriber. But can't we get for launch a channel properly? I'm not getting a subscriber. My Jamaican people, can't believe it. Yo, this rough. All right. No. Me don't know why the Anja gonna hide, cause I didn't go stop me from talk. Still go talk. I might as well come back. All right. I'm not even gonna mention the one Ashani name. No.
Sir, I am not hiding.
Let's go. So let's talk about iteration. Now, if I wanted to print bad mind people. All right, now let's say I wanted that to be printed one time, I do it one time. But as you know, if I want to do it 10 times, me going to have to write this thing 10 times. Bad mind people, bad mind people, bad mind people. What you notice there, it is taking up time just to talk about bad mind people, bad mind people. More bad mind people. It's taking up time. Not only is it taking up time, it is taking up space. I use up a lot of space for that and a lot of RAM just to do it. Plus, it is easy to make mistake and it takes a longer while to figure out what the mistake is. Plus, it takes a while for me to keep track. Look at me now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I just gone to 8, so I'm gonna have to put on another one. So what you notice here, to get 10 bad mind people to run on the screen, right? I'm going to have to use up more line of code. It's going to take me more time to do it. And it is just a waste of my time in actually doing such a simple program. So if I learn to do loops now, and I can be more progressive, you know what I mean? And I can learn to do things much more faster, which is what I really want to be able to do. No, this thing you see, let's see. Let's see if that works. Sure. This thing a bush thing, you know. All right. Anyways, sure. See it, when I get rid of it, that take long, right? So this now is writing your program in pure sequence is not the most efficient way to write your program. One, it is going to take a lot of time to correct. It is going to take a lot of time to code. It is going to take up a lot of space. You're going to use up all of the little page that you have to show. So what you should do instead is to learn to use a loop. So today we are going to learn to use two types of loop, as you would see here. Loop number one, for loop. Now, for loop is used when I know the amount of times that I want something to repeat. So it's like me I do push up and the code say, yo, do 20 push up. 1, 2, 3. Notice what I am using to keep track. I am counting each time. So for every rep, I am going to increment by 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How me know when to stop is when count reach to 20. Right? It is the same principle that we apply to writing a program, which is for loop. So now I'm going to write the same program that I had a while ago using a for loop this time. And I want to be able to get this thing to say bad mind people 10 times. All right? So for count in range, that's when you do it in a Python. And because I want, if you do 10 times, you just put 10 in a bracket like that. And me just go boops, baff, indent right there. So 2 line of code. And look at that. Whoop, 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 just like that. We just get 10 bad mind people right away. If I wanted to increase this to 100, we just change the number right there. So and we just go boof, baff, boof. Come on, 100 bad mind people. And look at this. I am not increasing the number of code. In fact, in programming context, this has a time complexity of ON, which means it is an efficient way of writing program. I am saving space, I am saving time, I'm getting work done faster and much more efficient. How we sound. All right? So
It
that
sounds personal, sir. It sounds extremely personal.
Just because you said that, let's make it 1,000. 1,000 bad mind people. Yes. Look, they run out of space, but guess what? Look. Only 2 lines of code. All right? good. And my program a freeze. Can me say bad mind people because my program freeze. Look, crash. Run out of space.
No, it's because of your laptop, sir.
Me I tell no. Yo, Beijing, nobody come try style my laptop right now. Nobody try style my laptop. All right?
It's not style if it's true.
Don't style my laptop. My laptop. You know how faithful this laptop is, man. You know what year? You know this laptop older than you. You know that I bought this laptop. When you bought it? 2009, you buy that.
I'm almost 15, sir.
So 2009, I buy that laptop. Now size up with my laptop in older than you.
Barely.
Yeah, right. It's still a good one. How much things people can show for 15 years? Don't play. Only make car older. All right, let's now move on. So so that is how for loop actually works. I'm going to write the same question. Look how to make it something gone, man. Bad man people cast it, you know. So let's write it. Okay, I'm still gonna write it. For count in range. And we're going to put in range, put 10 right there. So and we're going to print bad mind people. This is why I love Python, because Python not do it so fast. When I do Pascal at school, you actually go and take on the more lines than this. You know what I mean? Yeah. Bad mind people. Let's write it again. Bad mind people. The students and when I publish it, not tell nobody about my channel. Bad mind people, tell people about my channel. Please. Thank you. Hope they can read that. All right, nice. So that is the essence of a loop. Now watch this now. We're going to talk about a while loop. Now a while loop is controlled by a condition. So now if I tell Jade to do jumping jacks until she's no more bad mind, she doesn't have a specific number that she needs to carry out that repetition for. She just needs to do it until she gets rid of bad mind fully, right? That is what we're talking about. So we're going to now use a while loop to execute the same program that we have here. We could use a while loop to do it. Now, how while loop works, yeah? We have to set up our count variable similarly. So count equals 0 in this particular case. And then we're going to do while, and we're going to put count, and we're going to do less than about 11, I think so. We'll do that. And then we're going to do the same thing. Print Jade must put an end to bad mind. Just like that, you know, good.
Sir, how can she put an end to it if she is it?
It's good.
Colton, let's not talk about it right now. Okay.
Good for your heart.
Today is such a time of it's really nice.
Now, here's the thing now, right? With using a while loop, we actually have to increment, right? The for loop increments automatically. In this case, we have to help this one to move from 0. Because if I run this, this is only going to run one time, continuously, non-stop. Remember, a program must stop. So we have to kind of control it. So this is what we call an increment, right? So we're going to do equal count plus 1. So the first time when you run, it's going to be 0, then it's going to run and be 1, then it's going to be 1. When you reach 10, it's supposed to stop. You know, me feel like I just at 10, I must put right there. So you can start at 0, not sure. I think so. Let's comment out this one and see if I am right. Sure. Right, see the 10 times just the same, right? Because the while loop starts at 0, and this I will keep going until this condition is false. All right? Right. So meaning it is no longer less than 10. Are there any questions? It look too easy. But we get back over the worksheet then. So now we understand what is supposed to happen with the loops. We're going to go back to the worksheet and we're going to do some work. You know, hopefully by that time, Deanja will be rid of her bad mind completely. You know, Colton is a special case.
Sir.
Don't talk about it.
Sir, when me bad mind, sir. You were
Um,
taking out your anger on an app, sir.
On a what?
App.
So, all right. Here's what you're going to do for me now. I'm going to give you 2 or 3 minutes, because me I take it personal. I'll know. You're going to read all of this, and I want you to simplify it into 3 points only. So you're going to read all of this, make sure you understand it, and then you're going to write 3 sentences only to summarize all of this. Let me see you have a go at it. And please don't done me line. You must just use one line. One line for it, one line. Summarize it in one line. And it can't be just one words. 3 minutes. Have a go at that. Okay. Are we done? Please to copy on the 3 points and paste in a chat. Let me tell them if I like it. Like it, like it. Nobody? Can't believe it.
Sir, 1 second.
All right. Good. You're going to wait because I'm in a bad mind. Dirty heart can't wash with soap.
There you go, sir.
Looks like the bad man has moved from Jade over to Deandra and Colton and Ashley. They're burdened down with bad men, so they can't get the work in all now. Okay. All right. So Jade, I think yours is fine. Malik, I think you need to add something about the types of loop. You gotta have for and while somewhere. Okay. But other than that, I'm okay with what you just shared. All right. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to move down to this place right here, and we are going to read the steps. So this is some basic steps I am going to give to you that you are going to use when you need to be reminded as to how to write a for loop. Okay, as a pseudocode. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to give you a question that, let's go for it. So these are the steps to remember. So you want to remember those when you're doing your, whether you're doing your project or you're doing, you're doing your SB or you're doing an exam question, because you will get pseudocode in the exam. So please add this question to yours. Write an algorithm that prints information technology ten times. Okay. So that's going to be the question that we're going to be writing as a pseudocode. Let's rewrite this. Yeah, we'll just remove this question. Remove this question. Let's replace it with this. So write an algorithm that prints information technology 10 times. And we're going to follow the instructions that is set out when doing a for loop and see how it goes. So see, first thing they say is to write the program for one cycle. What that simple means is to write this like you're doing it one time, which means I only want, instead of doing it for 10 times, I want to do it for one time. So information technology. Okay. Now, after you have done that, you're going to go back to step number 2 up here. And it says, determine what part of the instruction should be repeated. So we already know that this is what we want to repeat 10 times. So we know that. I'm going to highlight that for the purpose of teaching. Go to step number 3. We are going to write a for statement above the instruction you want to repeat. So above would be this. All right, so we're going to go for, and because we're doing it in pseudocode, we will do something like for count equal 1 to 10 do. Okay, so that's how we do it in Sudoku. All right, so we are now at step number 4. We're going to indent. Indent means that you tell the computer you want it to be done inside the loop. So indent means to put it inside like that, leave a space. Cool. And then when we go to step number 6, they say you should write the phrase next count. All you need to do from here is to press that one time and type next and type count, which means you do it one time, now do another time, and you're gonna keep doing it until it is at 10. Now, the only thing that I forget to put in this is because I'm focusing on you just being able to do loops. You don't know already, so you're supposed to put your start and your stop program here. Yes, man, say? Right. So you don't know, and apply your learning, bring your learning forward. Was that easy? Hey, was that easy? Oh?
Yes, sir.
Following these steps. All right. So that's what this is a cheat sheet that I have given to you. All right. Keep that close. I haven't given any cheat sheet for a while loop, but the principle is the same. So what I'm going to do, yeah, I'm going to include while loop here. So let's do it using a while loop. So 10 times. Up here, I'm going to modify the sentence to say using a for loop. And now we're going to take that same sentence, bring it down a little bit further, and we're going to do it now using a while loop. The point we're making is that almost anything that is done using one method can be used in another method. This time we're going to use a while loop, all right? Oops. Guys, you don't know, say Ashane gone left way. Yeah.
I'm right here.
I know me not get no work from you. I must have wonder if you're gone. Still a wait for my work. Like she gone eat lunch, guys. Can you imagine? She leave us by ourselves. Gonna eat. Can't believe this. All right. What is this, man? I don't want no pen color. I want shading. What's wrong with you? Okay, good. All right, so I'm going to use this using a for loop. Same process lies. We can just put in the start and the stop after. But for now, since now bright people, we just put them. One go at top, one go at bottom. You don't know how it go already. Start, stop. Or if you want to use begin or end, whatever variation your teacher like. It don't really matter. It don't matter. Trust me, it does. So again, secret again, same thing. Write it as though you're doing it for one cycle. So print, and we do the same thing. Information technology. But see that? Cool. Good. Then now, just like what you did with the for, this time you are going to put a while. Yeah, so we're gonna go for a while. But the difference with a while loop, yeah, the loop variable is at the top of the while loop, right? So up here, so let's go up at top here. And we're going to use a loop variable of count. Now, always have to call count. Me just like to call it count, so I know what it is meant to do, right? So in this case, I'm going to call it count. So because of that now, I can now say while count is less than or equal to 10, and me I go do. Yeah, good. Next thing I need to remember is that I have to manually get it to count, which means it needs to move from 1, or else it's going to stuck at 1. No, we're going to have a problem. We need to actually, yeah, that's going 1, 2, 3, I think yeah. So you have to manually move the count, right? So you have to set it to increase by 1. And we do that by doing count is equal to count plus 1. Now, the last thing that you do on this is, so you notice, instead of saying next count, we actually manipulate how it moves. Once we are done here, we're going to do something called end while. You see that? Yeah. Yeah. Right. And it done right, so you know? Yeah. So if you can get the logics of it, we can then start with some harder, more creative things. So first number step is to write out the statement that you want to repeat one time. Above it, you're going to put a while statement because that's where the repetition is going to take place. Right? Trust me. You see, when me done today, when I go in the class, go teach a simple way of teach while up and forward. Come across easy. Right above it, you put the count because the count is what is going to keep track of the amount of repetition that is taking place. And from there, you're going to, of course, put your condition in, which means this is what tells the loop when to stop. Remember, every algorithm must have a finite number of steps. You must stop. You must not have an algorithm that run without stopping. All right, good. So what we're going to do now, everybody happy? I can move on. Tell me if you ready? Can I move on? So we'll move on now and we'll go to shrink it. All right, and we're gonna write it in a Python because your SBA is going to be written in Python unless your teacher asks if you do it in a different language. You understand? But the principles are actually the same. All right, cool. And I see no reason why, if you are more comfortable doing it in Python, that you cannot write the same solution in Python and turn it into your teacher, unless MSBA specifically say do a different language. Okay, cool. Now we're going to write the first statement. So I'll go back up to the first statement, which is the for loop. I'm going to write the same thing, but this time in Python code, because anything where you do in a pseudocode, you can also implement in a programming language. The only thing you need to remember is the syntax. Now, the first line, which we don't need to start, because in Python, we don't need to start. We just know we are start the program. So again, we just start with the keyword for, and we're going to use the variable count just the same. Okay? Now, in Python, we just say in range. All right. Now, if I put 10 or so, right, if I put 10 right here, by default, the computer knows it must stop 1 before 10. All right. I could do it like this. So you see how we have the 1 to 10? I could literally do something like 0, 10. And we could have put in a stepping class as well and do 1. And it means the same thing. It just means start at 0, finish just before 10, and you must go up by 1. But guess what? Because of how Python built, Python naturally knows that it must count by 1 upwards. So Python do it by default anyways. All right? So then we're going to move in now and we're going to go print, and we're going to put in information technology. Now, once we have done this, we'll comment on Jadi and our bad mind business. Okay, so yeah.
Always me. Always me.
Yeah. Maybe you're special.
Very, very.
Okay, sure.
You know
Well
what?
done.
You know what? I am not even going to comment on that. You know, being special in a negative way. And that's all like old time want to take on a jam in and mix up. Don't do it, please. Thank you. I don't want to be a part of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So notice here, this actually got executed 10 times. I'm going to show you something. What if we were printing out count? Let's keep track of count because we want to see what is happening with count. Because we want to see the number. We want to prove to you that count is counting from 0 to 9, but it's still going to print 10 times. Let's see. Put print count right here. And we're going to run print count. So if you notice here, notice that it's first time it start count is 0. The last time is 9. So even though
because
we
of the
set it up,
index, sir.
because it starts as 0 and done
The
1
index.
and
Yes,
finish
sir.
1 before the end. So it finished 1 before the number that you set. Okay? So if I had put like 11 there, it would have print 11 times. It will stop 1 before. All right, cool. Now, let me show you something now. I told you that we didn't have to do it for this because by default, for loop increment by 1. But what if I wanted to print this only 5 times, right? I could change the step here to 2. And what it's going to do, it's going to go 0, 2, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Let's see. And this is going to print it 5 times. See? Notice. The first time it did 0, then when the 4 do, then when the 6, then to 8. And notice it still prints it 5 times. All right. And all I have manipulated is a step, which means how many times I want to count by. So it's like when Jade did in a primary school and teacher said, Jade, my tired for you count by 1. It's time now to count by 2. I say a 2 times table. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, same thing. So that would I mean, Deandra. Deandra, what if we change this to 5? How much time is it going to print? All right, look at my screen, small. Let me make it bigger. Service coming up. Service coming. Lots. How bigger I can go? Down. How many times is that going to print?
Sir, I'm not sure about my answer.
You're not what?
Sure about my answer.
Yeah, that's why you're going to tell me, and me going to tell you say you're wrong. I explain to you why you're wrong, so that you're not wrong again.
It's a learning process.
Yeah.
Sir, 15.
15 times? All right, I'm going to run here and make you see for yourself and see if you agree. All right. 2 times. Do you know why it is 2?
Oh,
It's counting by 5.
by 5.
So the first time it print 0, then it go to 5 and print again. Right? You see that? So let me change it right there. So now, Deandra. What if I did this instead? I want it to, how much time is going to print?
Sir, 5.
5, Deandra? Serious? Deandra, 1. Do you know why it's 1?
You're counted by 10.
All right, Deandra, I'm going to start back from 1. Change it to 1 now, Deandra. How much time is going to run? Come, Deandra, give me a number. Number midnight coming now, we still there, you know.
Sir. 10.
10 times Deandra. Well done, Deandra. So now it's going up by 1. So you see that little number where so this step. You are telling the computer how many times you want it to count by. All right? Got it? This one tells it where to start. Notice 0. This one tells it where to stop. All right? Beginning, end, and this one is step. The reason why I'm telling this is because if you are writing this in Pascal, it's keep on a try to ask on a one teacher teaching down a Westwood. But on the claims, no. If you down a Westwood, right? you actually have to write the word begin. Some for begin equals 0, end equal 10, and then put step in a bracket. In a Python, you don't have to do it because I could have just do this alone. Look at this. See, you can just do 10 and pass, and by default, this is still going to run 10 times. See that? It's still running 10 times by default. However, there are times when you become genius programmer like now, where you want to actually make it count by a certain amount of number, and so you could have gone in and manipulated to count by the amount you want. But what you really need to learn right now at this still, see what I'm saying? You can practice the other things, but of course, that's what you want. So if you write it in a Python, can I encourage you to type this, take a picture, put beside here, so you know how to do it in a Python, you know how to do it in a pseudocode, and we're about to do it in a flow chart. You know what I mean? Yeah, we are going to do it now over there as well. So let's try and do while loop before we go. So we're going to do the same one. So while loop was the one we did earlier, and we're going to do the same thing. So count equal 1 while count is less than or equal to 10, see? And then we put a colon because we don't put the word do. So you notice in a, like the pseudocode, we write like do, and then we don't do that in a Python. Just put a colon, right? Cool. And then from here, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to print, and we're going to put information, technology. You see what I'm going, right? Once you have done that, with this one, you have to increment. That one will count naturally by itself, right? But this one, not going to count naturally by itself. It is going to crash your computer if you leave it like this. So you have to actually put in the increment, right? And the increment is count is equal to count plus 1. Everybody see that? Everybody see? Now comment this one out because I want to show you that this one will work, right? So if we run this, it's supposed to do it 10 times just the same. You can also still, just like what I did earlier, you can keep track of count. So you can just print count to see what is actually happening with count. All right, let's see if it print 10 times. See? All right, it start at 1 and it print at 10. We could have started at 0. And like with for loop that just automatically start at 0, you could do less than 9 here. No, less than 10. And this would still print it 10 times, just like what the for loop did. So see, 0 up to 9. But with while loop, you can actually specify where you want to start it is 1, and you want it to keep going until it is either less than or equal to 10. All right? And that way, you would have gotten from 1 to 10. Are we clear? You sure?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, you see that something right here, so in increment. You're going to see that in your exam, whether multiple choice or something. Increment just means that it is counting by 1 towards the end goal. All right? So what word would we give to it if it is decreasing by 1?
Repeat, sir.
What if this is increment? What would be decrement? Oh, wrong thing. Jesus, we give you the answer. Why is decrement?
Sir, I think
We give you the answer. So decrement is the opposite. So you decrease to the target. So for example, look at this, yeah? I could turn this around and still get it to manipulate to count down to 10. Look at that. Setting that to 10, but this time I'm going to count down to 1. For it to move from 10 to 1, instead of adding, I need to subtract. And if I do this, it does the same thing. What? It crashed. Let's see what's going on. Oh, so we have to change the sign here too. So rather than less than, we change that to greater than or equal to. which is just the opposite. So see there, does the same thing. It's just that the numbers, instead of going from 1 to 10, it goes now from 10 to 1. Now, this is called decrement. Then I ask you to do it this way and make sure you label that as decrement. So you understand what decrement is. Decrement is when we are reducing the count, the loop variable. By the way, this is called the loop variable. Not a multiple choice question. What is the loop variable? The loop variable controls the loop. Okay, so it's a variable that controls the loop. So with this one, the loop variable is count here, and decrement is reducing the value towards the stopping until it gets to the stopping value. All right, so you're reducing until it stops, basically. So yes. Any question about this?
No, sir.
Make sure you take examples, guys. Guys, take examples. Take examples. You know what I mean? Make sure you have enough examples where you are so you can always get back on to this. All right, cool. So now we will go to the place when you draw.io. And we're going to try draw these things as loops. All right. Now, they should not ask you guys to do anything in a loop. But you don't know, my job is to prepare you. Right? Cool. So I'm going to prepare you for whatever. But most times they ask you to draw something that is an if else. All right. So that's why you have to make sure so you master if else. But I going to show you how to do this one in on there. All right, because it's still on the syllabus. All right, cool. So on draw.io, let's say we were going to do the one with the for loop, right? For count equal 1 to 10. How that would I do? So again, we start with our terminator. We start with the word start. Okay. Now we need to represent count, right? And if you look at it, it says count equal 1. So that is going to be a process. So we're going to put a process here and we're going to call it count equal 1. Now, from there, we have a condition because it needs to keep counting until count is either less than or equal to 10. So to do a condition, we use the same thing as a decision. Here we're going to do count is less than or equal to 10, right? So let's draw our lines now. All right, cool. Now, what is going to happen here, yeah? So it's going to start here, and then it's going to check to make sure that the value is less than or equal to 10. Now, if it is less than or equal to 10, what's going to happen? It is going to print information technology. So it looks kind of like something that we did already, but it's not quite. All right, so we're going to print. And we're going to do something like in a bracket, information technology. All right. So we're going to do this one. All right, cool. So basically what we are going to see, we're going to do all right. So basically, and then we put one little box, one little text box for you. So that says something like yes. So we just say that, see. So what is going to happen now is that after I print this thing, hold on there. All right, we're gonna put down one little something right there, so. And we're going to, because even though you don't see it, it actually still a count by 1 because it's the increment, right? Because it have moved towards a stopping class. So here, so now we're going to do something like this. Oh no, come on, man. Oh no. And this is something here. Chin neck. Sure. Holton, cause that, you know. Holton, Holton. Yo, fat, man. Look how me something lean up, man. Sure.
Sir, what have I done?
You, man. Sure, man.
Me?
Cause pure problem.
Also, I should leave then, sir.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Oh,
I
Let's
yeah,
believe
see.
but
so.
that won't benefit me, so I'll stay for my own benefit. It's not my problem, so I'll just stay because I want to.
It's not your problem because you are the problem.
Exactly. So
So
it doesn't
there,
affect me. So therefore, why should I leave?
when you
Y'all
realize that
should
you're the
leave.
when you realize that you're the problem, you should take yourself away from the situation. So take yourself away from this situation, please, and thank you.
What time never knows so much people want to get rid of you.
Yes, sir.
Oh well, sir.
No, sir.
What have
Oh
you
well.
done to them?
Sir,
Everybody.
I don't know any, sir.
Maybe I shall need it on your side.
No, Ashane is on my side. Ashane is on my side.
Yes,
Sir,
sir,
brother.
Jade.
Malik,
Exactly.
help me out here.
Malik is on my side too. Nobody's on your side, Colton. Nobody's on your side.
Sister,
Nobody's on.
everybody's against me.
I
No,
mean,
something.
go
What have
with the
you
best.
done? I
Go
was
with the best.
Exactly.
Sir, whose side are you on, sir?
Me?
My side.
Sir's the referee. He's
Sir, you
neutral.
are on Jade's side, sir. No comments. No
Obviously.
thoughts.
Why?
Like, which side could
Ashande,
serve?
I was expecting you to be the good one. I didn't know that you were going to do that much. All right,
Ashane
take a look.
is my
So
side.
let's pay attention to the loops here, guys. So the loops are written the same way. All right. Let's see if we can understand it. So you start the program, then we go to count equal one. That's where it's set. Then it's going to do a condition to check if count is less than or equal to 10. If it is, it's going to go ahead and print information technology. Then it needs to increment, which means it needs to increase by one, depending on what you set it to do. Then it's going to repeat that. So it becomes, so here it was one, now it is two. It's going to go up here again and start here again. Check to see if it is less than 10 and it keeps going. Anytime this condition becomes false, it's going to go no and then stop. That is how a loop is done in flowchart. So can I ask you to make that for me? Make sure you're not comfortable. If you have questions, please to ask them. I know some of my specialties, right? Like me love it. When I have questions, ask, Malik, is all good? You understanding? No, sir. Malik gone. No. No. Malik gone. Serious thing this. Let me know if you guys are finished or if, I'm done. Deandra, so I think low, man. Deandra, you want glasses, You wear glasses?
Sir, once.
Yeah, you need to wear glasses. I can't tell. See it.
Sir, I soon get them, sir.
But that make your eyes worse. I can't tell see your eyes going. and you won't put on the phone, you're on the phone every day. The show. Yep, tell me when I can move on, guys. Don't know it, go.
You can move on, sir.
Okay.
Wait, sir, wait a minute, please.
We have a new type of homework. We have to write 30 questions for 555.
Okay, sir.
Okay. All right. So I'll see if we can try to do some more, no, for our practice. See if we, for the next couple minutes, and then maybe the next class, which is maybe Thursday, we will try to do trace table. So let's go. So activity 1, John is writing a program to input 10 numbers, which means John needs to be able to enter 10 numbers. And he also needs to be able to print the sum of the 10 numbers. Now, I have been kind to you in starting this program, so we're going to try and finish it together, okay? So we declare our variable sum because sum is what is going to, is the variable that we're going to use to calculate. You know what? I don't like the word sum. I'm going to replace the word sum with total because in Python, sum is a keyword. So I go and do something I don't want it to do. So I change this to total. So at the start of the program, total will be 0. How many times do we want it to repeat? So what should we start it from? We should start from what number? What should be starting number, guys?
0.
0. I think we'll go, because this is pseudocode, probably could just say 1, because if you count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if you start 10, this says from 0 to 10. So it seems to imply here that it is going to be 10. You need to make sure it is going to do it for 10 times. So that's fine. So we'll go for 1. We need to write the keyword do at the end, input the number, and the total is going to be total plus what? Plus number. So whatever number the person enters. Now, when we are finished with the program, what we are going to do, we are going to print the total. So that's what this was meant for you to do, to finish up the pseudocode. Any question? So now they have asked us to rewrite this as a Python code. All right. Should I let you try it? I think I should. Can I ask you to try and rewrite this as a Python code now? I'll give you 3 minutes to try it. 3 minutes to get it to work. Let's see if you'll get it to work. Is Malik still with us?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Have you been following the stuff we do? You know where to find the stuff, right?
Yeah, YouTube.
On YouTube. I mean, the stuff we're using now in class.
Google Classroom.
Okay. All right. Yeah, gotcha. All right, so I'm gonna try and write this now as a Python program code. 3 minutes to get into try. 3 minutes. Seriously, West Ham is beating us.
Say that again, sir?
West Ham is beating Chelsea
How much?
2-0.
Heh.
Chelsea got one. Finish. Finish, finish. Guys, night is coming. Jade, you finish?
No, sir. The amount of
Okay.
errors I've got so far, I'm still trying to fix them. You're quite going crazy. It's a sickness.
Ashane, what about you?
Sir,
Where are
the
we?
4 count equals, I'm getting error right there.
The where?
4 count equals,
Because you can't use equal. Look at what we did the other for loop. It's for count in range. You have to
oh,
use the syntax.
okay, sir.
Ew. Bing, bing, bing. All right. There you go. Take a look at yours and see what you have done wrong. All right, talk to me. We done?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Colton, you?
Almost, sir.
Deandra?
Sir, almost.
Okay. All right, Jody, go and try and figure out the next one, yeah? Try and write the pseudo code for that. For activity 2. Go help Joey, who is struggling with his timetable.
Joe, we should download ChatGPT and leave me alone. Sure. Joe.
No, sir. Chelsea equalize. Oh. No. Well, somebody had to write ChatGPT, you know. ChatGPT is not magic.
Well, sir, you could have used the applications given to you. That's true. Maths class is right now, as a matter of fact.
Oh, you guys have math class. All right, so we'll break it here. Try and work on some of those that you have outstanding to do. Bill, remember I told you can only program if you are practicing programming. That's just it. You have to challenge your brain. It's something that you challenge yourself into doing. All right, and then naturally becomes good at it. All right, so do take good care on yourself. I will see you on Thursday at, yeah, my 10:30, your 5:30. Please be here to be on time. Yeah. And then we'll wrap this up. Saturday, we'll try and get on to doing some
If I'm not on
maintenance.
home yet.
Say what?
I'm not on time. I am not home yet.
Oh, I just think you're going to get on me now because I call your mother and tell your mother so you see you're skipping.
Sir, me as on Thursdays, on weekdays, I'm not gonna reach home anytime before 6 o'clock.
Get on as soon as you can. We'll be recording. All right, guys, take good care of yourself and see you next week.